Hi everybody, it's Emma Blue Eyes 10 here, joined by Darkertician 84, Darkness L 1989,
hello,
and Scapegoat User.
I just farted.
Oh my god. And we're actually going to be doing another collaborative thoughts video, and I'm going to do it with these three guys since I haven't done one with them for quite a while. And today's topic is actually going to be an extension of one I started in Edinburgh last week on Tuesday, which is why do people bling out their deck? And we're just going to give you like our own individual thoughts and opinions on this, and then turn our attention to certain cards that are used as staples or in the meta or whatever, and give your thoughts and opinions on that again. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, personal opinions on using like common cards or meta cards or whatever. Who wants to start first?
Okay, personally, I like to use the common versions of cards as much as possible, but don't get me wrong, if there's a certain card that you particularly like and the option is there to get a holo version, go for it if it means a lot to you. But it just makes it all worthwhile, more funny when you use a common card. You just draw a really expensive card with a common card. Like, example, if you use like change its appearance on a tour guide, that's always a funny moment.
So in other words, it's like it's trying to be budget, in other words, in comparison to spending lots of money on a shiny.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Yu-Gi-Oh's got to the stage now where it's really risky making big investments on high-end cards, because almost nearly every 6 months now there's going to be like a reprint or some kind of announcement. As soon as a card becomes big, they're like, oh, okay, we'll make a reprint and drop the market down. So it's just swings and roundabouts, really.
And you guys got what are your personal preferences, Scapegoat and Darkertician?
Well, one thing is, I don't mind playing with either, but the thing is, if I have, say, I'm going to use my main deck for an example of this now. If I have one gold MSC, now I have two of them, I'm not going to want to play one gold, one common, because I think, well, if you're going to have one holo, you may as well have the other ones of that, because it's going to ruin the weights in your deck, because holos weigh more than your commons.
Yeah.
So, when playing, if you play with, like, say your spell lineup is just normal, and you play with 2 secret dualities, a super, and then you're playing 3 MSC which are 2 commons and a gold. You're not really going to get consistent hands with that, especially if your deck is, as I prefer to play, as low rarity as possible.
Really, I didn't know that. I didn't realise that that holo cards can sometimes affect your draws.
Well, it's the whole thing, because that's how you can weight or scale a pack. Is because you can scale packs because the holos are heavier, hence why they're bent as well. Some of them.
Yeah.
So when you're playing with a holo, you can tend to feel it when you draw.
Yeah.
Or at least I have playing some of my decks. I can tend to feel my holos.
Yeah.
Especially my pieces of Zodia against like
that actually does ring a bell, because in Mad for Miniatures I pulled a booster pack. I think it was a Tactical Evolution booster pack. It was the very last one, and it had been in the shop for about a month or so because nobody else wanted it. And I noticed there was a slight bend in the actual pack, and I was like, what's in there, Vinny? And he says it's possibly a holo, because of the coldness of the shop, the holos tend to curve because of the foil. And I opened it, and I pulled Ultimate Zombie Master from that, which I immediately traded for something which I can't remember anyway, but that's quite interesting to say the least.
It's mainly to do with weights. I mean, personally, I think if you want to play the lowest rarity as possible, then play low rarity. If you want to play high rarity, play it, but just don't throw it in our faces if you're playing a high rarity deck.
Yeah, that's actually going to be a wee subtopic we'll talk about later on as well. People who can afford high rarity cards and then rub it in the faces of other people. Anyway, Darkertician, what's your thoughts and opinions on commons versus shinies?
I'm not really that fussed either, but I kind of agree with Scapegoat User that it is nice to have copies of a card in the same rarity, although it's not, depending on what card it is, it's always that easy. I'm not sure.
Well, what do you prefer personally playing? Do you prefer playing commons most of the time, or just the holos in general, or, you know, that sort of thing?
Probably maybe the holos, just because they look nicer, but
Magpie.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, well, if I give you I've already given you guys my personal thoughts and opinions on this, but to go into a bit more depth, I honestly don't care either way if I play common or shiny. I think I prefer commons in general just because I like to see the picture. I like to see the picture on the cards, and sometimes when they're shiny you can't see the detailing of the artwork sometimes. But if I get a holo or anything, I don't mind. If I choose to use it, I choose to use it. The only holo I personally wouldn't use, even though one of my favourite absolute cards is coming out in this rarity in a couple of months' time with the Gold series, is Ghost Rare. Because, yes, it looks amazing. It looks 3D. It looks like the card's alive, but I can't see the artwork half the time. You know, you have to have the card angled a certain way to see the artwork, and yes, it's pretty. It's pretty, but it's not really me. Just to show you some examples of cards I've got here. Like, for example, you know in my Blue Eyes Dragons I've got 2 MST, I've got a gold rare, and I've got a common. Now, if I wanted to run 2 commons, I would. If I wanted to run 2 holos, I probably would. I don't care. I don't care about the rarities. This is what I don't understand about the commons and the shinies and everything, is whether it be common or holo, the card does the exact same job. It does the same thing. It's you know, that's what I don't get. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter if whether it's common or not. Mystical Space Typhoon, whether it's holo or not, it still does the same thing. It's going to destroy one spell or trap card on the field. So what's the big difference in having it in a shiny form? Really?
Exactly.
That's what I don't get. Another example I could give is like the Judgment Dragon. Thanks to Dark Edition 84, big shout out to him for the common one I got. You can see here I've got a gold rare that I pulled myself from a gold series, and I've got the common one thanks to Richie. I don't care. It does the exact same job. I'm running it. You know, now I can understand some things, like for example, budget players might want to go for the common versions because they're a lot cheaper. I can understand that, because obviously you want to get good cards as cheaply as possible. Another thing is, I've also got a common Lila from the Dragon Structure deck. I did have an ultimate, but I traded it off because I was happy with just one copy of the common Lila. Same with Jane. I accidentally traded for a shiny Jane because I forgot I had a common, and I put it back in the trade folder, and I got some really good cards for that trade. So, and same with Winkaribo. Like, I've got a rare Winkaribo and I've got a super Winkaribo, again thanks to Dark Edition 84.
Much love for me.
Yeah, yes, because unfortunately I couldn't get any other Winkaribos at the trade thing, but Dark Edition was very kind to send me 2 super because he had 2 spare. So yeah, it's like, you know, I personally don't care what rarity the card is. If it does the job I want it to do, then I'll use it. What do you guys think?
I agree. I don't really care about rarity, even though in the past I used to try and get cards for my Dark Magician deck that came from their original sets, but I just couldn't be bothered with that in the end, so now I don't care about rarity whatsoever.
What about used to?
The thing for me is I care about rarity because I do like shinies, but
Magpie.
I am a magpie, I'll admit it, but
really, I don't see feathers on you.
I will play whatever rarity the card comes in. If I can get it cheaper as a rare, I will play it. the only card I probably would not play as anything else other than the Ghost is Black Rose Dragon, but yeah, I got it.
Yeah, what about you, Darkness L?
Personally, it's kind of reflects back to what I was saying earlier about if it depends on what the card is itself, really. Because I mean, if it's a card that you use a lot and you tend to make a use out of it, then go for it if you can have the option. But obviously, I mean, if it's a card that you're not going to be using, then shift it off now and then get it later on when it's cheaper.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm okay with holos. If people want to bling out the deck, some cards in the deck holo wise, if it's their absolute favourite card. I mean, if for example, say if they printed, depending on the artwork of the Ghost Rare Blue Eyes, I definitely want to get a playset if I could. But I probably wouldn't use it in the deck at the moment until those 3 Blue Eyes are completely destroyed, like I said. But if they were to reprint, say, Blue Eyes Shining Dragon in another rarity and it looked really awesome, say Ultimate, then yeah, I would swap it out because I probably would swap it out because it would look really awesome. But then again, that Blue Eyes Shining Dragon was the first one I ever pulled out of the booster pack, so. Yeah, trap out a card that's made a change to my Yu-Gi-Oh years or for shiny. Big debate there inside.
So it's kind of also having that kind of sentimental value as well.
Yeah. Because I said I probably might do because it would look awesome as an ultimate. That's what I personally believe. But the Blue Eyes Shining card was the first ever Shining card I got, and it was the card that made me go towards the Blue Eyes after I saw the movie. So it's like, it's got a huge attachment of memory to it, so would I want to swap out for a holo? It depends, really, but I think in all honesty I probably wouldn't in the end, because that's how much it means to me.
Yeah, because...
I'm pretty sure you feel the same way about your Dark Magicians, Dark Artician, since you've got some original ones, haven't you?
Yeah, the first ever one I got was from the starter deck. It's in pretty bad condition now, but that's been in my deck for absolutely years, and I'd never take it out of my main deck until it falls apart.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for that. I mean, there are certain cards I've got, like my starter deck, Pegasus Relinquished.
Yeah.
As much as any other form of Relinquish look nice, like the Secret looks nice, I will not play it because it just doesn't look and feel right to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think a part of follows is also how they feel when you're looking at them in your hand when you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what sets some duelists like ourselves from other players, is that we have actually memories and feelings attached to the cards like they do in the anime. You know, you may think it's kind of childish to say that, but it's not really. I mean, I think everybody somewhere deep inside has got a card that they love and have a lot of memories for. And for those who don't, shame on you.
I will speak from myself here when I know she has a great lot of feelings and affection for pissing me off with the Naturia bloody bamboo shoot.
Which I gave to her. Was that the Naturia bamboo shoot I gave to her by any chance?
No, that one. She generally naps me off with the ultimate one.
Oops.
Or the one that tends to, every time she plays it, looks like it's giving me the pigging evil. Yes, I know.
Lol. Well, anyway, I think if that's everybody giving their thoughts and opinions on commons versus shinies, I think we'll get on to the second part of the topic, which is like cards which are unfortunately only in shinies and the prices and everything. So I think I'll end the video off here at part 1. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in part 2. Bye!